good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. And today we are back with another discussion video. This time around, we are going to be talking about Marathon. This is a whole mess, is what I'd like to call it. So for those who don't know how I feel about Marathon already, just in the grand scheme of things, 'cause I've loved Destiny since I started playing it when they had a closed beta, went on to be an open beta, and then Destiny 1 dropped. I've loved Destiny, and I do still like the game, but I'm not playing it until July when Edge of Fate drops, but I still like Destiny in its current state. Obviously, I'm not in, I think I mentioned it on stream, but Ride of 9 isn't for me. I think it's not fun. It's boring. There's nothing really for me anyway, there's nothing really to chase. And I'm just kind of taking a 2-month hiatus from Destiny, which is crazy. And then this news came out, and I know everyone has talked this to death, but I just wanted to put my opinions out there on the game itself and just the whole situation in general. But for those who didn't watch my Marathon video that I basically covered the game and talked about my thoughts on it, basically I was already at the when I've checked it out, I was already kind of okay, this is Destiny, but it looks worse. And that's not what I wanted from Marathon. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know if I was expecting I didn't want I don't know. I didn't want another first-person shooter from Bungie, but apparently that's all they make. I wanted to see something different with Marathon, and that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for something completely different from a first-person shooter, but that's what we got. So, and yeah, when I checked out the trailer, I was like, okay, this is just Destiny, but with a crappier coat of paint on it. That's all it was. And then the news came out, which we're just gonna dive right into. So basically, and people have taught this to death, Marathon is plastered with copyrighted art, and it's unfathomable how that's crazy, man. It's so weird. And I'm wondering why Bungie did this, why they used someone else's art in their own game. And I kind of I don't know, I have a theory. But I don't want to be wrong. I feel like they did it because of crunch or something, or because they couldn't come up with any good ideas of their own for art for Marathon. I have a feeling it was due to crunch or something to get the game out faster. And it's crazy. The person, I don't remember the name of the artist that did the art, but basically Bungie stole poster assets and images from an artist, and the artist, I think, claimed had a bunch of proof, but also claimed that they could not go to court over this because they barely make a living off the art they make, which is wild. Apparently, the tweet about this got 10 million views, which is nutty. But it is wild that Bungie had the gall to steal someone else's art. And this isn't the first time they've stolen art, because they've done it before, which is crazy. And not only that, but currently they're I guess in a lawsuit right now with someone else. I'll just talk about this briefly. Basically, they're in a lawsuit with someone who claims that Bungie stole their storyboard ideas for something they were working on, and basically they're claiming that Red War and Curse of Osiris was something they had story ideas for. Not in the same realm as Destiny, but they had similar story ideas. They're claiming Bungie stole those. And what's crazy is that content is sunset, and in court Bungie says they cannot access Red War, Curse of Osiris because they're sunset, which I think is, for one, I think it's BS, because if they've brought past content back, and there's proof of that with Ride of the Nine. They've brought old content back. So I think they're BSing with that whole situation. It's a nightmare. It's just like they brought back the thing from like when Trials of Osiris was starting, but it was called I think Trials of the Nine. But like, it's silly because they've brought back the area in Rite of Nine, so I think they're lying. I think they can access Red War and Curse of Osiris. They just don't want to. They don't want to, and so they're claiming they can't access that. But at the same time, it's like the guy wants like money for these damages, and so basically because Bungie allegedly can't access those files or whatever, the guy is using Destinypedia pages and YouTube videos as proof in the court. However, the court won't let him use that as evidence for whatever reason, but it is nuts that Bungie is saying they can't access that stuff when they've literally brought back the Trials of the Nine, like, reward area, whatever you want to call it, the location that was present in Curse of Osiris and Red War. So I think they're lying through their teeth about that. But so to just continue on with the whole marathon thing, so because all this art is stolen, Bungie has like decided to blame a former Bungie employee on stealing the art, which I don't think is true in the slightest, because from what I understand, the art director follows the artist that they stole the art from, and also multiple Bungie devs follow the same artist. So it leads me to believe, like, okay, so you're lying about a former Bungie employee taking that art, because I don't know, man. A former Bungie employee stealing that art and putting it in the marathon, I don't know, you think the art director would have caught that because he's the art director and he directs the art? And he approved said art into the game? You don't think he would have been like, oh, what, you made that yourself? Where'd you get that, stupid? Huh? Where'd you get that? I don't buy that a former... Yeah, even if a former art employee did do this or whatever, or a former Bungie dev did do this, I still don't buy it, because it's like the art director would have caught it and this wouldn't have been a problem. And even if a former Bungie employee did it, there's like, dude, they have to source check everything, right? They have to check to make sure, like, oh, this was made by our artist, not stolen from another artist. It's like, there's too many factors, man. I don't believe it. I don't. And it's like, if you believe that if you believe that a former Bungie employee did this and like, oh no, it's fine, it's all good. I don't know, man. It's just, there's too many factors in it. And not only that, like, it's, of course, I think Bungie's just using that as a cover up. It's like, there's no, they're just like, oh, former Bungie employee did it. They're gone now. It's fine. It's okay. It's a whole mess. It is a whole mess. Apparently, they also did like a live stream trying to like address everything, and the audio was like really bad. And the whole stream was just a mess. It wasn't professional at all. It's going downhill for Bungie. I feel like Destiny, I don't count Project Gummy Bears as like their project anymore. That's something that's Sony's now. I think Destiny is the only game at this point that Bungie will ever have in their arsenal, and then at that point, that's all they can focus on, because one thing that people have. I saw a comment, and I feel like this makes a lot of sense because the reception of Marathon, even if it's not my opinion, the reception of Marathon isn't great. Like, people don't really like the game. They think it's mid, and that's how the reception was when people tested it privately at Bungie HQ, and it's like, okay, you know. And the thing is, I saw a comment, and basically the person was like, if Marathon gets canceled, there will be layoffs. If Marathon is delayed, there will be layoffs. If Marathon launches in September, there will be layoffs. There are so many factors to this that are awful, but that is the cold, hard reality. People will get laid off if this game dies or it comes out. But I guess another funny thing, people were calling this Concord 2, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Because Concord was $40, it was just a multiplayer only title. Marathon is going to be apparently a $40 title, even though the price hasn't been revealed. And it's wild, man. You look at like Helldivers. Helldivers is still getting content updates. And it's $40. And I haven't bought that game, but I'm considering it because, I don't know, maybe. It's kind of a we'll see thing. But this is a mess, man. This is a god-awful mess. And another thing, too, is like, so Sony spent $3.7 billion on Bungie. Apparently their investment was Marathon. And it's... At that point, you have to look and go, well, that's $3.7 million down the drain, because they're not investing in Destiny. Destiny already exists as an IP. It's there. They were investing in the next thing, which was Marathon, and I think Gummy Bears. But Gummy Bears is Sony's now, so it's being handled in Sony Studios. But, like, yeah, Marathon was Sony's investment, and I think Sony's out $3.7 million, or at least half of that money. Like, it's nuts. Like, Sony probably made the worst decision they could have ever made on this game, and oh man, it's just awful. It's so bad. And I think because of all of this, like, stuff that's come out about Marathon, I will not be buying the game at launch. I think that's kind of a sentiment that goes across the community. And morale at Bungie is apparently at an all-time low, which is, yep, yeah, it's nutty. It's crazy, dude. Like, I will not be buying this game at launch. I won't. I'm gonna keep playing Destiny. That's the only thing from Bungie I will touch at this point. I might try Project Gummy Bears if it looks good. I've heard it's like supposed to be a Smash Fighter mixed with a MOBA, which I don't know how that sounds, because I can't picture that in my head. I can't, but I would love to see gameplay and be like, oh, maybe I'll try this. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? This is just a whole mess, though. And because of all of this, I'm not going to buy the game. I'm just not. Like, I want to see, like, I don't know. It's a mess. I'm just not going to buy the game because I already have mixed feelings on it. This just kind of pushed it over the edge. It's like, I'm not getting it. Like, I don't... It's wild, man. It's wild that this game, like, I was hyped for it when it first got revealed. And I kept hearing more and more things. Like, I kept hearing, like, it's going to be an extraction shooter. The direction for the game is changing. People thought it was already mid when they tested it privately. It's like... Everything I heard, I kept losing my hype for the game, and then it kind of plateaued when I saw the gameplay, and I'm like, oh, it's what I thought. And then this all happened. It's a whole mess. I just wanted to talk about this because, like, everyone's talking about it, and I feel like I should give my thoughts on it. I'm not gonna buy the game. It's as simple as that. If it's a mess. This whole thing's a mess, and it's wild that Bungie didn't catch this. It's wild that they didn't know copyright art was being used. I'm sure they did know, but they just didn't want to say anything, and now they're caught with their fly open, man. It's like they got caught. I think that's like the consensus around the community is like, when copyright art is being used and Bungie doesn't say anything about it, they get caught, they get found out. It's like they get caught red-handed. It's like kid steals some candy and he's like, oh, I'm just eating it. Oh, whoops, I stole this. It's just, this is wild, man. This whole situation I think it could have been avoided, honestly. Like, you know, if they used their own art designs instead of ripping from other artists, and like, who knows if it's just the one artist that got stolen from. I'm sure they're combing through the game right now and realizing, oh, we stole that one too from another artist that we have to pay out. Crazy. This is nuts. This is crazy. It's a whole mess. I just wanted to address it because I'm sure people were like, well, you checked out the gameplay. Have you heard about the garbage that's going on? I'm like, oh yeah. But yeah, I'll continue to play Destiny. I think that's the only thing I'm going to touch from Bungie because that is what I enjoy. And you know, I didn't want another. What I wanted Bungie to make, I think, wasn't. I was like, I don't want another Destiny, and you know, it's an extraction shooter, so it's not Destiny, but it's like, it looks like Destiny, just with a crappier coat of paint on it. That's all it is, and with a different genre behind it too. But I don't know. I wanted Bungie to make something unique again, kind of like Destiny was, because dude, there's nothing. To me, there's nothing like Destiny. There's nothing that's as unique as Destiny is. Marvel Rivals, maybe, but like having the same feeling as when you played Destiny 1, it's like you're never going to have that feeling again. I'm sorry. There's never going to be a game that gives you the same feeling as Destiny 1. And like when Destiny 2 came out, I didn't really have that feeling, but I was like, oh, cool, a fresh start, you know? But like, man, when Destiny 1 first came out, that was a time. And you're never going to have that with any other game. And I don't think Bungie's going to ever recreate that feeling because that was in 2014. It's like, oh, what a mess. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough about the whole situation, but that is going to be the video for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you did, as always, I appreciate it a ton. And I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, goodbye.